My accident happened November 27 of 2016, and I sustained a traumatic brain injury. My car was mangled pretty well. I was in the hospital for several weeks when I was in the ICU, and they did put me in a medically induced coma. After that, I was also transferred to a acute care hospital. It's interesting hearing lots of stories about my recovery, and then I proceeded to have several months of outpatient care with Craig Hospital. When I started as a patient at Craig, I was sort of in a daze. I don't think I had really realized the extent of my injuries. Practicing blow drying hair, and that was a challenge that was exhausting, and cutting tissue paper and things that I just didn't really realize would be so tasking. And to see now I can cut with real scissors and things. So it was pretty daunting. And I practiced on some of my therapists, and then we would add a little bit more stimulus. And then I would practice on other patients. There was this really lovely woman who loved getting her hair done. And Casey was able to find a wheelchair that we could transfer that woman to, that we tilted all the way back in an open shower. And this woman loved the experience of getting her hair washed, and it made me feel so good because I love taking care of people. And it was a slow go, but I did it. And Craig was really good about making sure that I was very prepared and safe going forward with that. So even though I wanted to do more, they made sure that I was going to do it in a very safe and thoughtful way for recovering from my injury. Community reintegration really helped do that, bridge that gap between therapy and getting back to my one of my really huge goals. My very first client back, she was my very first regular client 23 years ago. So it was only appropriate she was my first client back. I would have people amend their appointments. They would pick me up at my back gate, and they would amend their appointments to be my last client, to take me home. I can't say enough for how much they just really contributed emotionally and spiritually to my recovery. They just couldn't be happier for me, and each milestone that I met, and it just really meant so much that I just had that community within my my hair home and my hair family, because some of these people I've known for over 20 years, and even the few people I haven't known that long, just being so loving and just really feeling that support and just that care, and my coworkers and all the staff just really rallying around me and making sure that I had what I needed from day one. My two main goals was to get back to work and to start driving. So I got my driver's license. I worked with driving rehabilitation. At the beginning of the year, I finally started driving. And so after, almost 5 years, I finally hit my other goal. And so again, something that I can control. And so being back at work, I can contribute. I can make people feel good. I can feel good about myself, and I can get back into something that has been part of my life for 23 years.
So do you like what we talked about, a couple of inches?
It's just really important to remember that you don't have to get through this to become strong, because you are already strong and capable of so much more than you probably give yourself credit for. And you've been through a lot already, and this is one more thing that you're getting through and that you're accomplishing. So don't ever doubt the fact that you are already really capable and have already overcome a ton of challenges and climbed a lot of mountains in your life.